Totem Pole Nation. This is Coach Taylor. This is Lambo. We are the low man on the totem pole, and this is the PFF top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. Lambo at number 32. They got Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix for the Denver Broncos. They don't even have a picture of Bo Nix up here. Tell me what you think about Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix being ranked 32, the worst quarterback duo in the NFL, according to PFF, Pro Football Focus.
Well, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. When you look at it to the perspective for the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton's in his second year. He came back after retirement from a long year coaching at the Saints. He got rid of Russell Wilson. They paid him too much money when Nathaniel Hackett was the head coach. They got new ownership, and he's basically in charge. You got Russell Wilson is gone. I'm not surprised that Jarrett Stidham is at number 32. He played at Auburn University, then got played in New England. Kind of had some injuries with his back, and didn't get much playing time. Still with Tom Brady being there, and also a little bit after Tom Brady, he was okay. I wouldn't say he was garbage because he didn't really get fully time to develop. So when you look at it from a perspective of Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix, and it's not only that, the quarterback battle in the Denver Broncos, since the Denver Broncos are the AFC West, the quarterback competition is between Jarrett Stidham, Zach Wilson, and Bo Nix. When you get rid of Russell Wilson, that veteran experience, and I know Sean Payton and Russell Wilson didn't fully fit. But, I mean, this sounds about right. Them being at number 32, they're competing for a starting job. And looking at it from the AFC, definitely the NFC, I mean, look, the Broncos are probably going to be third or last. But looking at this PFF, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden 5.
What's up, DSL? DSL, my homie, said Jarrett Stidham being 32, laugh out loud. Jarrett Stidham was okay. He was good at the Bucs. And Bo Nix is a rookie, so it's hard to say his talent. But they left Zach Wilson off of this, and they don't even have a picture for Bo Nix. How do you feel about that, Bo?
Well, he's a rookie, so obviously the picture's not going to be up there yet. He's a rookie. I guess all the rookies have to get the pictures, but when I look at it from a perspective like this, Coach Jay Freeman.
Jay Freeman.
You better join the show, Jay Freeman. Join the show. But by the way, the last point.
DCL, I'm sorry, DSL. DSL, I'm sorry about that. My brain is the size of a pea. It's DCL.
The last part before we continue to number 31, between Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix and Zach Wilson, this is probably the second worst because when you look at the AFC West, I think the Raiders, I know they have Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, but the AFC West is going to be a very tough division. On to number 31. Who is number 31?
Number 31, Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy. Look at Sam Darnold. What do you think about Sam Darnold? Ooh. What do you think about J.J. McCarthy?
Well, Sam Darnold got thrown into the fire. He was the number one overall pick a couple years back. He played for the Carolina Panthers. He was thrown into the fire a little bit. Went through. He played for the Jets. My bad. He played for the Jets. I'm sorry. He did play for the Panthers as well. So he number one overall pick to the Jets. I think Adam Gase was maybe the head coach at the time. No, he was there for about 3 years, and they suffered pretty bad. And Sam Darnold just had ghosts. He saw a ghost when he played against Bill Belichick in the past. But Sam Darnold, I felt like as a backup, he sort of resurrected his career. He came from the 49ers last year. I think he was on the 49ers last year when they went to the Super Bowl. He now is with the Minnesota Vikings. He has a chance to compete for a job. I think right now for Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings, you signed Justin Jefferson to $140 million, highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. But if you look at it from the perspective of the Minnesota Vikings, you got rid of Kirk Cousins. You bring in a veteran, Sam Darnold, who's been around the league. J.J. McCarthy, great quarterback out of Michigan, EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 24, EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25. Look at it from J.J. McCarthy. He's shown greatness. He's shown improvement, but he's a rookie. Don't throw him to the fire. They said that he might start in week 6. Week 6, depending on week 6 of this NFL season, depending on what happens. He might be the starter week 6, but if I'm Kevin O'Connell, I'm in my 3rd year as the Vikings head coach. I know your first year you won 13 games. I'm in my 3rd year. Kevin O'Connell, you go with the experience of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's going to be just fine. I still think that the Minnesota Vikings are going to be last in the division in the NFC North. And then I'll take, Detroit at 1, Green Bay at 2, and the Bears at number 3.
DCL says Sam Darnold and JJ should be 32nd, to be honest. DCL and Jay Freeman, this is for you. What a blessing, Totem Pole Nation, to be here going over the Pro Football Focus, the PFF top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. Number 30, Lambeau. Number 30 is another tandem here. Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. What do you think? Aiden O'Connell doesn't even have a picture. Gardner Minshew.
When I look at Aiden O'Connell, he was, he's still developing as a quarterback. When you look at Aiden O'Connell, like I said, he's a guy from Stevenson High School. He's 6'3", 209 pounds. When I look at Aiden O'Connell, I just don't know if the system for the Raiders fits perfectly. I know Antonio Pierce is going to be a great coach, but they're gonna be physical. They're gonna run the football, but they don't have no quarterback. Like I said, you're in the AFC West with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. Like, are you telling me those quarterbacks are gonna beat them as well? I just don't think that's gonna happen. So when I look at it from the end of the day, from a perspective from the Raiders and Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, I think Gardner Minshew is gonna be the starter. Gardner Minshew, look what he did with the Colts last year. He did excellent. He did a tremendous job. But you're in the AFC West, dude. The man from Seoul has talked about this. It's all about quarterbacks. Who is your quarterback play? It's all about quarterbacks. I think Gardner Minshew is going to be the starter. It's a better option than Aiden O'Connell, whether they're competing for it or not. But if I'm Antonio Pierce, I would start with Gardner Minshew just with the success that he has done. And he's a great backup. So I would take Gardner Minshew. But this should be number 32, by the way.
Football Beast Production says, what's up? Football Beast Production says, my name is Paul Heyman. Laugh out loud. This is for you, Paul Heyman. Football Beast Productions, you are a beast. Gardner Minshew played college ball for Mike Leach. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Number 29. Here, your favorite guy to talk about. Number 29.
Whoa. My favorite guy
Daniel
to talk about?
Jones. Your favorite guy to talk about.
No.
You do not like Daniel Jones. Don't call him Steve Grogan. Quarterback number 8 for the New York Giants. My name is actually Paul Heyman.
I didn't say that I didn't like Daniel Jones. I just don't think he fits the Giants system for what they're doing. When you look at it after the Tom Coughlin era, after they fired Tom Coughlin, Ben McAdoo went to the playoffs for 1 year. They hadn't been in the playoffs since Brian Dable. But when you look at the Giants, and when you watch Hard Knocks, congratulations to episode 4, HBO Max on Amazon Prime, EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. If you watch the Giants all-season Hard Knocks and whatever it is, look at it from perspective. Joe Sheen lets go of Saquon Barkley and is an idiot and says we don't think he's going to go to, the Eagles. And Saquon Barkley came out and said they didn't even offer to try to negotiate. So Joe Sheen, I know he's He was a great GM at Buffalo for a couple of years with, Brian Dable as an assistant, whatever. But look, Daniel Jones, they're trying to compare him like a Eli Manning, with the traits, the character. They want to try to bring another Eli Manning, but he's been injured the last 2 years. And when I look at it from a perspective for the Giants, this is make it or break a year. And I understand that it's a quarterback league, but you chose to pay Daniel Jones $40 million plus a year over Saquon Barkley. When that year they made the playoffs, it was the run game and the defense. It wasn't really Daniel Jones. Now, I know he had 20 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, but he mainly ran the ball on his feet. Their offense was a little dink and dunk and whatever, and Saquon Barkley took care of the rest. So this should be number 32. Daniel Jones should be the worst quarterback on this list, not J.J. McCarthy. Not Bo Nix. And Bo Nix hasn't played yet. We don't know.
Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah.
Coach Jay Freeman said, "I like Gardner, the mustache Minshew. Is it okay at Jacksonville the year before too? And he was a pretty tough customer. Washington State University for the late great Mike Leach."
And Daniel Jones, he came from the University of Duke University.
Number 28, Will Levis, quarterback for the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, Will Levis at 28. Will Levis was thrown under fire too. I think with the Malik Willis experience last year with Mike Vrabel being fired, they shouldn't have fired Mike Vrabel. I mean, the Tennessee Titans were better than they were before after Jeff Fisher had left. Will Levis still needs to learn. I wouldn't, him at 28 is okay, but is he going to start this year, or is it still going to be Ryan Tannehill coming off an injury? And they got a new coach. I think Brian Callahan's the new head coach. Will Levis just needs more improvement. I think we hyped him up a little bit too much. And if I'm correct, Will Levis played in Kentucky, right? He played in Kentucky.
Yeah. Penn State before that.
Yeah, so he didn't really get the job at Penn State, or I don't think he started at Penn State, maybe. And then, he went to Kentucky, and when he came out, Kentucky wasn't really that good, if I'm correct. I think they had like a mediocre season. He wasn't really that great. I think depending on where he was drafted at, he might have been drafted too high. So Will Levis needs to develop more when I look at it from a perspective. But, I understand he didn't start till week 8. But like I said, I guess give him one more year. But this NFL is what have you done for me lately? And I don't think Will Levis can get the job done.
Will Levis, Madness says, Will Levis looks like he drinks that Tim Tebow juice. Tennessee is going to be awful this season. Number 27. Wow. Jayden Daniels, the Washington Commanders. Can you believe they put Jayden Daniels at number 27? Jayden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. How do you feel about that, Lambo?
You should put him at the bottom 30 like you did with Bo Nix and all these other rookie quarterbacks that hadn't played yet. And look, I'm not disrespecting Jayden Daniels, but these rookie quarterbacks that just got drafted, they had not played yet. So put them at the bottom 30. Don't put them at 27. Come on now. Look, Jayden Daniels, great arm talent. Before he went to LSU, he was at Arizona State with Herm Edwards for about 2 years, transferred, went to LSU, had an amazing season under Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly knows how to develop those quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels is very mobile, freakish athletic. He can throw the football. Look, Dan Quinn's new head coach. Shout out to the Washington Commander fans, EA Sports Electronic Arts, College, Madden NFL 25. If y'all think the Commanders the Commanders might have a chance to make the playoffs if, one, the Giants still stink, and number 2, if the Dallas Cowboys end up going bad. If everything goes right as planned, let's say the Eagles win the division, the Commanders could be number 2 or number 3, depending on how the Cowboys and the Giants do this year. So, is it the right pick? They got Jayden Daniels at number 2 pick. We're going to have to figure out, what goes around comes around. But I think you need to put more weapons around him. You got to have that offensive line. Dan Quinn, he did a phenomenal job with the Atlanta Falcons, except after the Super Bowl blowout. But he'll be fine. But like I said, you're really throwing them into the fire, so he could be a bust after year 2 because you're really throwing them into the fire very, very early. And I don't know if you have a veteran quarterback on your roster, if I'm correct.
Madness, good afternoon, legends. Coach Shay Freeman says, spam those hearts. Chat, let's go. Madness says, Lambeau is absolutely cooking. These rookies haven't done jack squat. Oh, yeah. Madness, this is for you.
I don't know. Before we continue, I don't know, because when you look at the quarterback roster for the Commanders, you have Marcus Mariota, Jeff Driscoll, and Sam Hartman. Ugh. You got an experienced quarterback class between Jeff Driscoll and Marcus Mariota, but it's like, if Jayden Daniels goes down, who do y'all really have?
Sam Hartman.
Sam Hartman's a rookie too.
Could this be another RG3 Kirk Cousins type situation?
No, I don't see it.
That one gamer YouTube, this is for you. Welcome back to Totem Pole Nation. #26 overall. Your team, the New England Patriots, Jacoby Brissett, Drake Maye. What do you think about this 26?
Drake Maye hasn't played. Jacoby Brissett has been in Cleveland, Indianapolis. He's been everywhere. Jacoby Brissett, like I said, I know he played with the 4-game suspension of Tom Brady 4 years ago. But look, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from Totem Pole Nation. Jacoby Brissett is going to be the starter because Gerard Mayo said he is the most pro-ready. I told you, the man from Seoul, Drake Maye isn't starting. We're not throwing him into the fire yet. Jacoby Brissett has the experience. He's already been a New England Patriot in the past. He's going to be fine. Like I said, minimum of 8 games, maximum of 11, like I said, and we're not picking in the top 5. So you'll owe me my $2,000. Like I said, Drake Maye, we picked him the number 3 overall pick. We got a new coach. We got Gerard Mayo as the head coach. We got Alex Van Pelt as the offensive coordinator. We got DeMarcus Covington as the defensive coordinator. We've got Matt Judon. He is back from injury. Christian Gonzalez is back. We still got an elite defense. Our offense is a work in progress. Ramondre Stevenson signed an extension. So them at 26, if we can win the minimum of 8-9 games, I still get my $2,000 from the man from Seoul. That's what I'm asking for. Not to pick in the top 5, 8-9. I know we got Cincinnati week 1. And, Scott Peters is the O-line coach. So, look, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're developed. We're going to improve. It's the right decision. Gerard Mayo is making change. Jacoby Brissett is a starter. He has common sense. He coached under Belichick for the last 10 years. I trust in what he's doing.
All right. Number 25. Number 25 is, a guy that just went viral. He just went viral. We got 3 comments. Madness says, wow. That one gamer YouTube says W. Bentley says, what's up, coach at Lambeau? And Scott Peters is the O-line coach. Gerard Mayo was a heck of a linebacker, too. This goes out to all y'all, Totem Pole. Thank you. All right, so at number 25, we have out of California, Mater Dei High School by way of Alabama, Bryce Young. People are saying Bryce Young looks like a middle schooler. What do you think about that, Lambeau? Do you think that Bryce Young should be 25 on this list?
Bryce Young needs a lot of help on the offensive line, right? If you look at it from the Hard Knocks from last year, and he went to compete with the Jets, he looked lost. Now, Bryce Young was number 1 overall pick. It probably should have been C.J. Stroud because C.J. Stroud is better, but we don't want to hype him up yet because a lot of Ohio State quarterbacks hadn't been successful in the NFL. He had one great season, so I want to say that C.J. Stroud's the GOAT, and this is the wrong decision. Because when you look at the NFL, it's all about longevity. Bryce Young, he needs help with the wide receiver development as well. I think they got Deontay Johnson in a trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They still got Adam Thielen. They need more of a run game. They need to fix the offensive line. Like I said, they got Dave Canales, the former OC from the Buccaneers. Bryce Young at 26 sounds about right to me. He needs more help with the offensive line. And like I said, he's thrown into the fire. You know what I'm saying? You're thrown into the fire. So I don't know who the veteran quarterback is going to be. But if you don't protect Bryce Young, he might have a season-ending injury.
That one gamer says, I'm on Twitter. St. Pete Rejuvenate said, we love Totem Pole Nation. Thank you, coaches, for your passion. That one gamer, St. Pete Rejuvenate. We got another comment. Stargrove, what's up, coach? Have you seen Justin Herbert yet? No, Justin Herbert has not been on the list yet, but this goes out to all y'all, Totem Pole. In at number 24, Anthony Richardson from the University of Florida, number 5 for the Indianapolis Colts. Bentley says, what's up, Coach and Lambo? Thank you, brother. Lambo, tell me a little bit about Anthony Richardson, who is coming in at number 24 in the top 32 quarterbacks, according to Pro Football Focus in the NFL.
EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Look at it from a perspective, Anthony Richardson. Ladies and gentlemen, EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 24. EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25. Look at this from a perspective. Anthony Richardson out of the University of Florida, right? Mediocre year, 6-6 before he went to the draft. Drafted top 5 overall. He was hurt last year. He had some great moments in the first couple of games. Great moments. But he was just hurt. He's coming back from injury. Shane Steichen did a great job, dude. With Gardner and Minshew, they were 1 game away from making the playoffs. So the fact that y'all said the Colts weren't that good without AR5, they were 1 game away from making the playoffs. It came down to the Texans versus the Colts. The final game to make the playoff. It came down to that game. The Colts were 9-8 that year, I think. 9-8, almost a winning record without their star quarterback. Look. AR5 got to be healthy. AR5 cannot afford to take multiple hits. He's got to, learn how to slide, and he's got to learn how to, go out of bounds. So AR5, watch out for the Colts. In that AFC South, they're probably going to be second because we're not sure how good the Tennessee Titans are going to be.
Madness says Anthony Richardson is another lousy Florida Gator. Go Noles. That one gamer YouTube said I got unbanned from YouTube streaming. Well, this goes out for you two legends of Totem Pole. Number 23 on our list is an old friend from the University of Clemson, Hezi Z8. Anthony Richardson is not that good. He's just athletic. Hezi, thank you for commenting, and I agree. He blows the combine out the water, but is he a winner? Hezi, this is for you. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. In at number 23 is the guy that likes massages more than Robert Kraft. Deshaun Watson, number 4 for the Cleveland Browns. How do you feel about Deshaun Watson coming in at 23, Lambo?
Hashtag trending. Hashtag Clemson Tigers. Hashtag EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Deshaun Watson, the Cleveland Browns, ladies and gentlemen, has been the most disappointing thing ever. You gave the man $230 million of guaranteed money. He hasn't done shit. He hasn't done nothing. He ain't done nothing. He's been hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, Deshaun Watson has been hurt. And look, the Cleveland Browns have made the playoffs with 4 quarterbacks last year. That didn't involve Deshaun Watson. That involved some guys from the XFL. That involved some backups, whatever it is. Look, this is a make it or break it year for Deshaun Watson. I think if Kevin Stefanski can move off Deshaun Watson, boom, he'll be great. Deshaun Watson should be at 31 or 30, and then maybe put the rookie quarterbacks above him. Deshaun Watson's ranked a little bit too high at number 23 for a guy that hasn't played. He's played great with the Texans, but he hasn't done nothing since. Where is that Deshaun? Are we going to get the Deshaun Watson this year? Because, I mean, I don't trust Deshaun Watson if he can ever stay healthy. Look, the Cleveland Browns might be second in the division, but it won't be with Deshaun Watson because he just struggles.
What happened to Deshaun Watson? Does he get coaches fired like Bill O'Brien? Hezzy says, I know the starting left tackle for Cleveland Browns. His name is Jedrick Wills. Madness says Deshaun Watson should open a Jack Shack off Mailbury here in Tampa. It would be great to go after or before. Yeah. Jockish Sports. Hello, gents. Jockish Sports. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. You're new, and we like to welcome everybody to Totem Pole Nation because we're the low man on the totem pole. We can't even get in the bar. We can't even get on a bar stool. All right, we definitely can't even spell ESPN. Number 22. Wow. They didn't put a slash mark. They didn't use the slash. Jockey Sports, thank you, brother. They didn't say Russell Wilson / Justin Fields. They just said the man from Richmond, a.k.a. CeCe's husband, a.k.a. Sierra's husband, a.k.a. father to Future's kid. Jockey said, I like the logo transition. Hezzy, this has to be a joke. Yes, we are a joke, Hezzy. We are the low man on the totem pole. And Russell Wilson is from where we're from. He is from Richmond, Virginia. Madness says, Jockey Sports, what's up, brother? Russell Wilson. Jockey Sports, I'm giving this up to you. Hezzy, I'm giving this to you. Coach Shea Freeman, hey, maybe it'll be a happy ending for Watson and the Browns. I don't think so, but Robert Kraft and Tom Brady, they take that very, very seriously. All right, now this goes out to all you guys that are just joining Totem Pole. Thank you. Will Russell Wilson get Mike Tomlin fired? Or is Mike Tomlin and his new contract safe? Stargrove, what's up? Jay Freeman, laugh out loud. Will Russell Wilson even be the starter, Lambo?
You know why Russell Wilson took Sierra's wife? Sierra from Fusion? Because he said, I just fuck your bitch and no Gucci flip-flops. Now, will Russell Wilson be the starter? Yes. Russell Wilson, yeah, you got to start Russell Wilson. What you starting, Justin Fields? No, you got to start Russell Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Wilson is from Virginia, and he has forgotten about us. He did not go back to the community. He has forgotten about his community. He played at NC State, and then he played at Wisconsin, and then he was a Super Bowl champion. The guy hasn't been the same.
He's a rich kid. He's a rich kid from collegiate.
The guy hasn't been the same quarterback since the interception of Malcolm Butler. Since that. Now, Russell Wilson should have never left Seattle. He should have never left Seattle. Now, I know the offensive line was an issue, but he should have never left Seattle. Look what happened now. As soon as you left Seattle, you're nowhere good. You went to the Denver Broncos, got all that money. That was a joke.
We got a lot of comments. We got a lot of comments, Lambo. Jockey Sports said, happy ending, laugh out loud. Madness said, attaboy, coach. Everybody loves that. Hezzy said, Russell Wilson is not that good anymore. I don't see him doing anything with the terrible O-line like that. And then we got Chiefs Gamer, hey, guys. And then we got Cleats and Dreams. This goes out to Chiefs Gamer. Thank you, a.k.a. Chiefs Kingdom.
Chiefs is in the house.
Cleats and Dreams, Jockey Sports. Wilson will start until he shows he's incompetent, until he gets the hook. Coach Jay Freeman says, show enough, Lambo. Lambo, Russell Wilson, tell me how you really feel.
Russell Wilson forgot where he came from. Russell Wilson is from Richmond, Virginia. He has never given back to the community. Not saying he never gave back to the community, but in Richmond, right? I don't know what he's done in Richmond. I want to take that back. But Russell Wilson has forgotten about the people in Richmond, Virginia. Look, Russell Wilson, great wife, great kids, nothing disrespect, but he should have never left Seattle. Why would you leave Seattle for something? Because the grass isn't always green on the other side. And look what happened with the Denver Broncos. You lasted 2 years. You got all that money. By the way, you're still getting paid for it. That's not really the issue, but you know that won't go work out. Come on now. To the Denver Broncos, talking about let's ride? Let's ride what? let's ride what? You ain't riding nothing. Russell Wilson should be at the bottom 28. He was the worst quarterback ever.
Wow.
I don't care what his stats are. Stats don't mean nothing. The Denver Broncos were a joke. They're a joke, man. And it's still going to get worse. All you Pittsburgh Steelers fans, y'all thought that signing Russell Wilson was the greatest thing ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be last in the division. Because if you think Russell Wilson can help you get somewhere, he's not. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to continue to be 9-8. They're going to continue to be 10-7. And the only way the Pittsburgh Steelers will get better, unless they need to rebuild. Mike Tomlin this year will have his first losing season ever.
Wow. Jockey Sports says that's not his character. He's not a philanthropist. Coach Jay Freeman said people sure loved him in Seattle. Let Russell cook a TV dinner. Jockey Sports said Russ drove them off a cliff.
And last thing on Russell Wilson. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule and look at their last 8 games of the year. 2 of them involves the Chiefs and the Eagles, one of them on Christmas Day. The last 6 games are all divisional opponents. That schedule is not easy. They all involved in the last 8 games of the Pittsburgh Steelers season. Divisional opponents, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. They're making the playoffs? No.
Coach Jay Freeman says, can the Steelers run the ball this year? ? If they can, he can operate from a play-action passing game. 21. I always wondered if Derek Carr would end up being as bad as his brother. Lambo, number 21, Derek Carr, New Orleans Saints. I forgot they still had a team.
Derek Carr is a better quarterback than his brother. Yes. He has, bro, Derek Carr, depending on where he goes to, you gotta have a lot of respect for Derek Carr. He has a lot of heart. He's very passionate about the game of football. Now, maybe New Orleans Saints really isn't a place where he can do it. He could probably do it somewhere else. But look, Derek Carr and his run with the Raiders just came down to because of Josh McDaniels is an idiot. That's just why it came down to the end. If Josh McDaniels was never the head coach of the Raiders, he'd probably still be with them right now. And Derek Carr playing for Antonio Pierce is a great fit. Even Derek Carr with John Gruden was a perfect marriage right there, dude. So he may not fit the team with the Saints, and I know Dennis Allen is on the hot seat right now. They fired their offensive coordinator, Pete Carmichael. They got Michael Thomas. I think he's fully back. You got Cam Jordan, and you got Alvin Kamara. So the defense has always been great. It's not an issue. You still got Tyrann Mathieu, but I look at it from the Saints. They're gonna suck, and whoever wins the NFC South or whatever it is, I still think the Bucs win the division.
Coach Jay Freeman says, do y'all think the Raiders should have held on to them? I agree, Lambo.
Yes. If you don't involve Josh McDaniels to get rid of him and then try to get Jimmy Garoppolo, because that didn't work either. And Jimmy Garoppolo is they call him porn star Jimmy. They call him for a reason. They call him porn star Jimmy for a reason.
Jockey Sports is coach, yeah, because they still have Adams, yeah.
That was the whole point of why. That's the whole point of why Devontae Adams signed, was to play with Derek Carr, because they played with each other back in college. But Josh McDaniels,
no state.
Josh McDaniels ruined that too.
Number 20, Hezzy. I think Derek Carr is a very good quarterback. I mean, dude, anybody that plays in this league is a very good quarterback because you got 300-pound guys trying to take your head off. You got to throw the ball 30 yards into a doorway that's closing. So it's not easy. There are no bad quarterbacks in this league. It's all relative. So I agree. Jockey Sports says, yeah, very good backup. Baker Mayfield at number 20. Lambo, how do you feel about Mr. Heisman, Mr. Walk-On to Texas A&M, Mr. Walk-On to Oklahoma, Mr. Cleveland Browns, Mr. Carolina Panthers, Mr. LA Rams, now Mr. Tampa Bay Buccaneers only, Baker Mayfield. Coach Jay Freeman says the experiment with Patriots West has been a failure with Josh McDaniels now twice. Baker Mayfield, Lambo.
When I look at Baker Mayfield, you know, he got a great, incredible story in college. EA Sports Electronic Arts, College Football 14. He has a great, incredible story just about the grind and stuff that he's been through. He played at Texas Tech under Cliff Kingsbury, and then went to Oklahoma and changed his life. Now he was number 1 draft pick for the Cleveland Browns. Took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in Lord knows when. I mean, forever. Since Belichick? I mean, look, Baker Mayfield, we know he was a bust and all that, but I like Baker Mayfield's passion for the game, and him resurrecting in Tampa was the perfect fit. You know, you're trying to take over for a guy after Tom Brady, so him with the Bucs is perfect. Him with Carolina was not great. Matt Rule was the head coach, and Matt Rule was not an NFL guy, and he's good at developing, you know, college programs. But Baker Mayfield, I'm not going to sit up here and say like he's the next great thing, but Baker Mayfield's proved a lot of people wrong with the Bucs without a running game last year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not have any form of run game at all. So Baker Mayfield at 20, they signed him to a $100 million contract. Todd Bowles is the coach. They're going to be fine. If you present him with weapons, you still got Mike Evans, you still got Chris Godwin, you still got a tight end, you still got one of the best tackles in the game on your team. If you just get a running back, you can run the ball. Their defense is already great. Tampa Bay wins the division again.
Mike says, what's cracking, homies? Hezzy says Baker Mayfield is not good. Texas Tech and Oklahoma. You're right. It was Texas Tech. I think I said Texas A&M, didn't I?
Probably did, but we all made
terrible conference. He doesn't have a great arm or IQ. And then Mike says Buccaneers is all this. Ain't all that. Mike, this is for you. Number 20, Baker. Wow. Number 19, a guy that has never taken a snap under the center in the NFL. Jockey Sports, life is resurrecting his career, college pros, etc. I'm not surprised he's doing well over there. Mike said the Vikings rule. Madness said let Baker cook. Team to beat in the South. Mike said thank you. Madness said we ended the Eagles. Hezzy says no. Mike says Justin Fields will be starting by week 5. Lambo, you can't believe it, can you? You cannot believe it. I cannot believe it either. Caleb Williams for the Bears, they have rated at number 19. Can you believe that, Lambo?
Number 19? Is that because he's number 1 overall pick? Jayden Daniels was number 2. You got him at 26. Like, this list doesn't make sense. Let me ask you, what is this list going off of? Is it going off talent, or is it going
PFF,
off
Pro Football Focus? That's Chris
Mortensen. This looks like pro fantasy focus or pro pussy focus, whatever it is. This list is not this list. I don't think this list is legit in pro football focus. EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Hashtag trending. Hashtag EA Sports Electronic Arts College Football 25. Look, Caleb Williams at 19? Look, Caleb Williams, if it wasn't for Spencer Rattler at Oklahoma, and I'm being honest, I'm not a hater. I watch more football than all of you. Look, Caleb Williams. It would not be a Caleb Williams number 1 overall pick and one for Spencer Rattler's thinking to join up in Oklahoma. Do you remember the game 2 years ago, that quarterback chain? Spencer Rattler was the guy off the Netflix show QB1. And,
yes.
And then he stuck up the jump so bad they said put Caleb Williams in, and he had that comeback. And said it was like boom, he took over. Right? He had that comeback, he took over. Then he transferred to USC with Lincoln Riley. Look, I understand, Hezzy, your comment that he threw 4 pitches to Notre Dame, and he only threw 5 interceptions out the whole year. But he's a guy that paints his nails. Men don't paint their nails. I have an issue with that. He paints his nails. He comes across, if you watch, shout out to HBO, Hard Knocks, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, shout out to YouTube, the best live streaming platform in all of America. If you watch the all-season workouts with the Giants, all-season, Hard Knocks of the all-season, says something about Caleb Williams that just shuts off. He talks to the media a certain way. Now, I hope he's mature. But Caleb Williams at 19. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Eberflus is on the hot seat. You got to you got to have an offensive coach and an offensive quarterback. It's not a Bill Belichick Brady thing no more. It's not an Andy Reid, Patrick. You need an Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes type thing. But you got a defensive-minded coach and a quarterback. How does that resonate the relationship? Matt Eberflus should have been fired. Caleb Williams and the Bears. The man from Seoul said it. He thought the prediction said the Bears will go 5-2 depending on their schedule. They will not go 5-2. They'll probably go 3-5. The offensive line is bad. You got Keenan Allen, who's an older wide receiver, coming off injury. You got a great defense, but who is on your offense that's going to be like, wow? And you're throwing a rookie quarterback into the fire.
Hezzy says Caleb Williams had 4 picks against Notre Dame. If anything, the Bears need an O-line. He is dog blank. Coach Jay Freeman says that's terrible. That's really bad. Woo Lambo, he said, focus, laugh out loud. Spencer Rattler finished at South Carolina Gamecocks. Coach Jay Freeman said he's going to be a hot seat. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears are 2 of the most trending topics on all of YouTube and all of Google. Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears. Hezzy said he's not good. He can't throw the ball 70 yards down the field. He's trash, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. We beat them so bad. Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears. Did they get a worse Justin Fields? That's the question. Lambo, did they get a worse Justin Fields than this guy?
We're going to have to figure out when the season starts. You can't really tell by, without any proof of film in the NFL, but we'll have to see how this goes. I don't know. They got weapons around them, but we'll have to see. The game has to progress on the field.
Madness says, man, these PFF guys are smoking that Howard Schotsky swag. Caleb who? Jockey Sports says laugh out loud. This is for you, Totem Pole. We love y'all. Number 18. Yes, the man from Miami, the man from West Virginia University, Geno Smith, is still in the NFL. Coach Jay Freeman says because fans loved his Heisman season the year before. His last season was a disappointment. Geno Smith is coming in at 18. Lambo, how do you feel about that?
Well, Geno Smith deserves a lot of praise. He's from West Virginia. He got drafted by the New York Jets under Rex Ryan, and that was a shit show. He got punched in the jaw pretty badly in his career, with Rex Ryan and Todd Bowles. They were the head coaches at the time for the Jets before he got shipped off, I think, to the Giants and then got shipped off to Seattle. When you look at Geno Smith, he's resurrected his career. The Seattle Seahawks were in the playoffs the year before last year. And with the retirement of Pete Carroll, Geno Smith has the leadership in the locker room. Everybody's earned his respect. And he had a rough start. But he's learned, he's matured, he's one of the great veterans to be around. They got Matt McDonald, the Ravens defensive coordinator. as the head coach. Look, Seattle plays in a tough NFC West. It's tough. You got the Cardinals, you got the 49ers, you got the Rams. It's going to be a very, very tough division. But Geno Smith and Seattle will squeeze their way into the playoffs this year. I have a lot of confidence in Geno Smith, and Mac McDonald is going to be fine because that defense is going to be flying out there. The 12th man. Let's go.
Coach Jay Freeman said Howard Schotsky's got that glaucoma medication, laugh out loud. Jockey Sports said that's about right. This one shocks me a little bit. He was the number 1 overall pick, was he not? Number 17, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. Lambo, how do you feel about Kyler Murray coming in at number 17 in the top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, according to PFF, Pro Football Focus?
What are they smoking on? Kyler Murray is the smallest quarterback in the NFL. Not only the smallest quarterback. What has Kyler Murray proved? He's out of Oklahoma, but he first played at Texas A&M first and then played at Oklahoma. But what has Kyler Murray proved? So you gave that man all that money. By the way, he has the same birthday as Coach Troy Taylor, by the way. They got the same birthday. Same birthday. So y'all two can relate and be buddy-buddy. But I look at this from a perspective of Kyler Murray. He hasn't proved anything. Now, that 1 year they had with Cliff Kingsbury, they start off the season 7-0. That's why the 2021 season, they start off 7-0, and they dropped 5 straight and lost a playoff game. Look, the ACL injuries from Kyler Murray and some stuff going around that he doesn't really watch film like he should be. And he's a Call of Duty guy. Like, he just plays video games or does whatever he does. But this is make it or break a year from Kyler Murray. You know, it's like you said, Coach Taylor. It's like to get a D1 job, you got to suck somebody off. PFF is sucking somebody off. If you're putting Kyler Murray at 17 above Geno Smith and above other guys that played a lot better than Kyler Murray. So Kyler Murray's on a make it break it. I understand they got Marvin Harrison Jr., but the Kyler Murray era in Arizona should be over. This is a joke.
Jockey Sports said coming off an injury and being in the top 20 shows how much they like him. K Green, yo, what's up, guys and everyone? K Green, this is for you. Wow, I'm a little surprised at this one. I mean, the guy was a couple plays away from getting his team in the Super Bowl. Jockey Sports said, I'm not mad he plays video games. I think that's irrelevant. He needs to stay healthy. I mean, does he like to play video games more than he likes football? I think that's what Lambo means. But Jared Goff at 16, wow. I mean, I think we are exposing the PFF for what they are, frauds, the pro football frauds.
What? Wait. A guy that's been injured at number 17, a guy that was one play away from the Super Bowl, but it was Dan Quinn's fault for going for it on the 4th down. They would have been in the Super Bowl, and then they would have lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. You would have put him in the top 5. Look, in the NFC, Jared Goff is the best quarterback in the NFC. Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott in the NFC. Jared Goff was the number 2 overall pick. I think he was out of California.
Yes.
Out of California, number 2 overall pick. He was drafted with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is the backup quarterback for the Chiefs now. He was with the Commanders, he was with the Colts, and he was with the Eagles. Look, Jared Goff has got a lot of flack. The Sean McVay relationship wasn't that great. They traded for Matthew Stafford. They won a Super Bowl. Jared Goff has resurrected himself. He's turned the Detroit Lions around. They have not been jacked for a while. They hadn't been jacked since Jimbo Fisher. Look, not Jimbo Fisher. The defensive coordinator, the former defensive coordinator for the Eagles. I think his name was he was the head coach of the Lions back in like 2011.
Rob Marinelli?
No. Oh no, Jim Schwartz. I think it's Jim Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz.
Yeah, Jim Schwartz. So
Jockey Sports said over Stafford. You got him over Stafford. K Green says they got Rodgers in the top 10, I think, and he only played like 5 snaps, so I agree with y'all 100%.
Have him over Stafford?
No. Do you have him over Stafford?
As of now, yes. Back then, no. Here's why. Matthew Stafford is getting older. Matthew Stafford just came off an injury last year as well. He came off injury early this year and the year before that, after they won the Super Bowl. So Matthew Stafford's an older quarterback. Now Matthew Stafford has great talent. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying as of right now, it's all about longevity. It's about age. Jared Goff is younger than Matthew Stafford. Like, Matthew Stafford been in the league forever. I'm not disrespecting Matthew Stafford. I have Matthew Stafford as my number 2 quarterback in the NFC. But Jared Goff has resurrected his career. Jared Goff led the Lions almost to the promised land. Dan Campbell has done a great job transforming. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Jahmyr Gibbs. Boy, you got Penei Sewell. The Lions have a lot of talent. Excuse me. The Lions will win the NFC North. The Lions will compete for an NFC Championship game with the San Francisco 49ers, and I call it because I put all my money on Jared Goff.
Jockey Sports said, I don't know about that, though. Goff is up and down, though. Stargrove said Stafford fell off after his Super Bowl win.
He's getting older. Matthew Stafford is getting older.
Wow. Number 15, Kirk Cousins. Jockish Sports says it's all about the talent around them. Then I got Hurts. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins might not be the starting quarterback by the end of the season. Lambo, what do you think about Kirk Cousins at number 15?
EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. You paid Kirk Cousins 4 years, $180 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Cousins is the reason why the Vikings no longer want Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is coming. Kirk Cousins is coming off a torn Achilles. He's got the same injury as Aaron Rodgers. Both of those quarterbacks are coming off torn Achilles. Torn. Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta. Look, they draft Michael Penix, and he wasn't happy. You just came off an Achilles, buddy. You might go down. Raheem Morris is the new coach. Atlanta Falcons got a lot of talent around him. But look, Kirk Cousins can't win a game on prime time. He can't win. When you put Kirk Cousins on Sunday Night Football, he can't win. Kirk Cousins at one point was like 0-22 on Monday Night Football. So Kirk Cousins is a guy that knows how to get his money. All those franchise tags that he had, the Washington Redskins, who are now the Commanders, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25, that franchise tag him twice. He knows how to get his money, but he doesn't win. What did he choked? You Vikings fans should be embarrassed. You got all that talent and you choked the playoff game against the Giants with a lesser quarterback. Are you kidding me? And then that 4th and 8 play, you run a 3-yard out on 4th and 8. You need to push the ball down the field. Dude, this is embarrassing. Kirk Cousins to the Atlanta Falcons is great talent. I'm not saying he's not a great quarterback, but on primetime television, the man sucks.
Hezzy says, you're talking about a guy who led their team to a Super Bowl, ain't top 10. He's talking about Jalen Hurts, I believe. K Green said facts. Jockish Sports said Kirk is overrated. And then Big Push said, did you guys do Baker? We are going through the Pro Football Focus, Big Push. And Baker was listed at what, Lambo? Do you remember?
At 20-some, 22, 20?
Jockey Sports says at Big Push, yeah, they did. This is not our list, y'all. We're just going through Pro Football Fraud, a.k.a. Pro Football Focus, and going through their list. All right, and Kirk Cousins came in at number 15. We haven't even gotten to the top 10 yet. Stargrove said Kirk had too much swag for Minnesota. He will fit right in with Atlanta. Gold Grills. Tua at number 14, the Miami Dolphins quarterback, former Alabama quarterback. Tua is 14. Lambo, how do you feel about that?
I try to tell y'all Miami Dolphins fans that got so excited that y'all hired Mike McDaniel, but then the owner, Stephen Ross, wanted to fire Brian Flores, and then I guess told him to tank and he didn't want to tank. But then the 3 years of the Miami Dolphins that Brian Flores was at, he beat the Patriots like 6 times, and they had a winning record. You fired him, man. So I know Mike McDaniel, he's from the Kyle Shanahan as offensive coordinator, but I look at this from a perspective
20
of Tua. Yeah, I said 20.
Baker at 20.
But for a perspective of Tua, when I look at it from Tua standpoint, Tua can only take the team but so far. They're the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel's in his third year. But you look at the Miami Dolphins, like I said, the Patriots might be better than the Dolphins because they lost a lot of defensive guys. A lot of defensive guys are injured. They lost Vic Fangio. They hadn't installed a system with tight ends yet in the Mike McDaniel offensive system. And when you look at it from Tua's not an accurate thrower of the ball. Their whole offense is deep comeback routes, screens, and deep balls. Like, he's not really that accurate of a quarterback. I don't think he can make those in tight situations. When it comes to the playoffs, when you saw in the playoff game against the Chiefs, they can't play in cold weather. And when you look at last year, the Miami Dolphins beat everybody that's below 500, but against teams above 500, they stink. The only team they beat above 500 was the Dallas Cowboys, and they barely beat them. So when you look at the Miami Dolphins and Tua, there's a reason why the Miami Dolphins don't want to pay that man $50 million because he hasn't hit his peak yet, and he's not that accurate a thrower. I will sit here and watch a one-on-one film session with y'all, and y'all think Tua is accurate. I already told y'all the whole offense. Deep comeback routes, bubble screens, and deep balls. That is 3 routes and whatever their run game is behind Raheem Mostert. And their defense is going to suck this year.
Coach Jay Freeman said, guys, I think Pro Football Focus, PFF, does a much better job of rating O-linemen, D-linemen, and defensive players. I definitely don't like their quarterback ratings. Big Push says, not going to lie, Baker is good, but it's just not great. Jockish Sports says, you guys are smart. I'm subscribing. Jockish Sports, this goes out to you. Jockish Sports, we're the low man on the totem pole, man. It don't get any lower than us. All right, we are just proving to the world that all you need is a phone and a StreamYard account, and you can compete with the big boys. Because the big boys, ESPN, Fox Sports, Barstool, they don't know
nothing.
Coach Jay Freeman says, I love listening to Lambo talk. His football facts remind me of me at 25. Big Push said he's also subscribing. Big Push, this is for you. So number 14 is Tua with the Miami Dolphins. Jockish Sports said, y'all are higher than me. YouTube shadow bans me. Look, Jockish Sports, you're with Totem Pole Nation now. This is what we believe. We believe in helping others, changing lives, and building champions. We believe in what Mr. Beast said about YouTube. We believe in what Mr. Beast said about life. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. The cheat code to life is to surround yourself with people you want to be like. And Lambo, we're the low man on the totem pole. What do we believe about these guys out there that are content creators?
We believe that you can be big-time live streamers, big-time YouTubers, big-time live streamers. For members and subscribers to Totem Pole Nation, we are going to help you achieve your dreams.
Yes.
Family, football, basketball, wrestling, and the future of content creation.
Y'all are the future. Coach Jay Freeman says, the boss of Highway 10, the mayor of Courthouse Green, coming to you from Richmond, Virginia. That's me. Where's Josh Allen? Clipped by power. Welcome back. Josh Allen is in Buffalo. I was just up in Buffalo. I snuck into the stadium, Highmark Stadium, and I got almost got $1 million from Mr. Beast to go down Niagara Falls in a barrel. But this is for you, Power. Brock Purdy is not 13. This is Pro Football Focus, PFF, also known as Pro Football Fraud. Pro Football Fraud is owned by the one and only Chris Collinsworth. He has a contract with the NFL. He's a contract with every college in America to provide this data. All right, and data is only as good as the people that take it. Coach Jay Freeman, how many of these top 25 quarterbacks come out of Oklahoma and Alabama? I'd say at least 5. Jockey Sports at 100. Kay Green said, I don't want to get off topic, but I can't wait till the NFL comes back to hear y'all talk about the games. Kay Green, this is for you, brother. Derek Russell, what's up, Troy and Lambeau? Derek Russell, it's good to see you, brother. This is for you. Coach Jay Freeman, Totem Pole Sports. We like to help others fulfill their dreams, change lives, and build champions, and learn from Funko Pops too. That's right. Brock Purdy, number 13 on the list. JM says Kyler Murray is going to have a big year. JM, thank you for joining Totem. Big Push says, how do you guys think the nice season is going to go? Did you misspell that? Brock Purdy, Lambeau. What do you think about Brock Purdy, a.k.a. illegitimate son of John Harbaugh?
Brock Purdy spent 5 years at Iowa State. Not Iowa. Was it Iowa State? Iowa State. Iowa State. So the head coach, he playing in that pro system already, he being Mr. Irrelevant. Brock Purdy should be higher than 13. Brock Purdy should be in the top 5.
Wow.
Brock Purdy should be in the top 5. Look,
wow.
Just look at the situation of what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan messed up on. Trey Lance. Trey Lance is injured, but he wasn't that good. Trey Lance was not good, not ready. He only played, 1 year at North Dakota State. And Brock Purdy's played 5 years at Iowa State. So having that experience and already playing in a pro-style offense, especially in the Big 12, Iowa State was, at the time competing with Oklahoma in one of the Big 12 championship games at 1 year. So look, Brock Purdy should be in the top 5. Nobody predicted Mr. Irrelevant, one, to make the NFC championship game, and then to make the Super Bowl. Like, come on. Brock Purdy should be in the top 5. And I'm going to call out Matt after this because here's why. Here's why. Football related. He said, when the Cowboys and the 49ers played against each other last year, he said that we got to see if Brock Purdy can throw the ball. Last time I checked, y'all thought, Brock Purdy just hands off the ball and he doesn't do nothing. Well, Brock Purdy was slinging it about 300-plus yards and 4 touchdowns. And then you got on that man for having one bad game against an elite Ravens defense. Let's look at it from a perspective standpoint. At the end of the day, Brock Purdy is one of the top. I'm not going to put Brock Purdy ahead of, Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, my number one in the NFC, just because he hasn't played long enough. He hasn't played long. He's only played 2 years. But I love Brock Purdy because he's just so calm. He stays in the poise. Look, this is the best decision they ever made. Now, are they going to sign IU? Most likely. But they got 1 more year to not pay Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy is cheap for 2 more years, and then they got to pay him. So if Brock Purdy keeps playing like he is, Brock Purdy might be one of the highest paid quarterbacks over Patrick Mahomes if they keep going to the Super Bowl. They're going to have to pay him.
Big Push wants to know, how do you guys think the Bucs season's going to go? Jockey Sports said top 5. Really? Derek Russell said, yeah, I agree with Lambeau. Coach Jay Freeman said he is so tough-minded. You don't go from Mr. Irrelevant to a 49er starter. Jockey Sports said he had 3 games without his weapons and folded. Coach Jay Freeman said every Beach 12 game he was in, he was probably playing with offensive players that were not as talented as their defender he was facing. Now at the 49ers, his offense supporting cast His offensive supporting cast is so talented. So, Bucks, will Tampa Bay win the NFC South again with the 8-8 record?
The NFC South is weak, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we'll see. Nobody cares about the NFC South until like the end of the year because it's so weak.
I think this one's going to get you fired up, man. Number 12, Trevor Lawrence. Now, you are a Clemson fan. How do you feel about Trevor Lawrence being 12 on this top 32 PFF quarterbacks in the NFL Pro Football Focus? We got a comment. Pat, Lamar, Burrow, Josh. I'm not going to lie. That fifth spot is crazy, though. You might have a point.
I said top 5 in the NFC. NFC. All the quarterbacks you posted were in the AFC. Come on now. You're the AFC. But
you're saying Brock Purdy's the top 5 in the NFC, not top 5 in the NFL.
NFC because they got more talented quarterbacks in the AFC than they do the NFC. So
Derek Russell said, when are y'all going to do more football video game streams? Probably tonight. Big push. He's not number 12. Coach Jay Freeman says, Lambo's a Clemson fan? I had 2 cousins and an uncle that graduated from Clemson. He was a big, what was the quarterback's name from Phoebus?
Taj Boyd.
Taj Boyd. Big push said he's number 20. Jockey Sports said, oh, okay, fair enough. I heard NFL. I heard NFL too. That's okay. Coach Jay Freeman said, Lambo, do you know what Ike Tay is? Lambo, what do you think about Trevor Lawrence at number 12?
Well, Trevor Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen, got paid $50 million per year. I think he's tied for being the highest paid quarterback. I think he gets tied. He's either tied with Joe Burrow or a little bit above. Look, Trevor Lawrence has been through multiple coaches. The Urban Meyer thing was a disaster. He's been through multiple offensive coordinators, and that playoff game was a great comeback in that 1 year with Doug Peterson. They're sitting in. But when you look at it, Trevor Lawrence is a little bit inconsistent, right? Last year they were 8-3, and then they went to 8-3 to missing the playoffs at 9-8. So Trevor Lawrence at $50 million per year is just insane to me because
Derek Russell said I'll be back later. I gotta go. See you, Troy and Lambo. Love you, brother. We love you too, Derek. This is for you.
I look at it like this from Trevor Lawrence. You paid a man $50 million plus, hasn't won a playoff game, but Daniel Jones has, and is getting paid more than Matthew Stafford, who's won a Super Bowl. What are the expectations of quarterbacks? You're going to pay these quarterbacks more money. Look, I understand it's a business, but you're paying Trevor Lawrence $50 million plus. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford been to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff been to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game the past year. He getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes, who has 3 rings. What are we talking about here? Come on. The highest paid quarterback for a guy that's won 1 playoff game, but Patrick Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls, and he gets paid more than Patrick Mahomes? Good Lord.
Coach Jay Freeman said when Frank Howard was the coach of Clemson, he used to borrow chewing tobacco from the professors. Laugh out loud. Big Push says, do you think the box is S? Coach Jay Freeman said, IPTAY means I pay 10 a week. It's a booster football organization for Clemson football that was designed so that farmers could be in the booster club. That's amazing. Jockey Sports says, it's next man up. Not what you've done really. What would they replace him with? I pay 10 a year. The whole fans of the total could be boosters to Clemson. How do you think Mike Evans will be? Mike Evans has been one of the best receivers probably in the history of the NFL since he's been in the NFL. So I think he'll continue to be that.
He's one of the best in Tampa Bay history. I tell you that. His record showed for itself.
So Trevor Lawrence, have you got anything else you want to say about Trevor Lawrence?
No, we just got to move on. We almost there.
Number 11 out of the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. John Sports says Mike Evans equals consistent.
Woo! Hey, Coach Taylor, I know I told you about Jordan Love last year. I told you about Jordan Love, and somebody said, don't disrespect my Cowboys like that. I told you Jordan Love out there slinging that ball like Aaron Rodgers. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Look, couple plays a game away from the NFC Championship game. Do you not understand that the Green Bay Packers were 3-6 last year? Matt LaFleur was probably on the hot seat, maybe 3-6, and that turning point last year was that Sunday Night Football game against the Kansas City Chiefs. EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. That was the turning point of their season. The run game is going to be great. They got Josh Jacobs. They signed great tackle. They drafted very well. It's the same thing that they did with Jordan Love, but they did with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gets drafted in 2005, sit 3 years behind Brett Favre, right? Then he starts. Same thing with, drafting Jordan Love in the 2020. You sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 2-3 years and develop. You got to develop that quarterback chemistry. That's what you have to do. You have to be able to develop, because when you develop, that stuff is very, very important when you're able to develop. So at the end of the day, when you look at a perspective, Jordan Love will be getting paid this year. He will be getting paid. 1 year left in that rookie deal. Jordan Love should be paid higher than Trevor Lawrence.
Who will win the NFC South? Big Push wants to know.
The Bucs.
Totem Pole Nation says like the stream. Totem Pole Nation says spam the heart emoji. Jordan Love. I'm a believer now. Here we go, number 10, out of Ohio State University, out of the state of California, Houston Texans starting quarterback, C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud at the University of Ohio. Shout out to EA Sports Electronic Arts, College Football 25, EA Sports Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 25. Look, C.J. Stroud did great out of Ohio State. He did great. Go ahead and read that comment.
Hey, Troy and Lambeau, do you think the Packers have been able to afford to wait patiently in the past because they are community-owned? Probably so, yes.
Yes.
And the man from Seoul is an owner. So talk a little bit about that. C.J. Stroud is always good, according to Big Push. Talk a little bit about the Packers being able to be patient because they don't have a crazy owner.
I look at it from the perspective of Nick Caserio's the owner. He's a former New England Patriot. Player personnel and whatever for New England Patriots. C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. Raiden poised. Maybe the Panthers should have selected C.J. Stroud and look where they've been at. But C.J. Stroud, you got DeMeco Ryans as the head coach. So, look, they turned things around. C.J. Stroud in my top 10, I'll be very careful of putting him in my top 10 just because he only had one good year. So we don't want to, put somebody in the top 10 and then expect them to play great because, like I said, they're only in their second year. This is their sophomore year in the NFL. So anything bad can happen to them. Not that I'm wishing anything bad would happen to C.J. Stroud, but you never know what the season is going to be like. They hadn't really overcame adversity yet. They started off the season pretty well. They just guided the way through. They had a great defense, and at the end of the day, when it comes out of things from perspective, C.J. Stroud, he probably should be maybe in the top 15. I wouldn't put him in the top 10 just yet because we don't want to give these quarterbacks unrealistic expectations into year two of a sophomore year. And he hasn't seen this whole defense. He hasn't seen the whole NFL defense. He only seen 1 year. It's going to be like what they did with Lamar Jackson. They're going to figure out C.J. Stroud just like the NFL defense started figuring out Lamar Jackson.
Coach Shay Freeman says, Ohio State's C.J. Stroud was so crazy of a player in college. Again, he can run, escape, and throw off platform. All right, number 9. One thing I know about Jalen Hurts is that Jalen Hurts does not like pressure. The Buccaneers ran cover 0 almost every snap, and Jalen Hurts had no clue. The Golden Child Adventures, our guy, Liddell in Germany, CJ Stroud playing how we wanted Deshaun Watson to play. Hopefully we get his mojo back. He was a dog. Still is, in my opinion. Coach Jay Freeman said, exactly, Lambeau. Once they get a good film of how to attack a young player, they have the blueprint. Well, Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Is he a top 10 quarterback? Does he deserve to be number 9 on the top 32 quarterbacks from Pro Football Focus, PFF?
No. He deserves to be in top 15. I wouldn't say top 9. The reason why I wouldn't say top 9 is because of that inconsistent year he had last year. A lot of fumbles, a lot of unnecessary interceptions. I know the Eagles had multiple play calls on offense, Matt Patricia on defense, and the Eagles started off 10-1 last year. EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. They started off 10-1 and then went 11-6 and got smacked by the Bucs because of that defensive pressure. They just couldn't get nothing going, and the Eagles' defense was worse. So Jalen Hurts needs to improve more. I think he already got his money, but he needs to improve. They got Kellen Moore as new offensive coordinator, and they got Vic Fangio as new defensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts did go to a Super Bowl, but the touch push, but that didn't really work last year. And like I said, I think the NFL has found a blueprint for Jalen Hurts like they did Lamar Jackson. They're going to figure him out. Now, I'm not sure how good of a season they're going to have with Jalen Hurts. I think he'll bounce back, and he'll be fine. He is a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds, but I don't really care about how much you can squat. How consistent can you be? Because you know when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles and those fans, it's Super Bowl or bust. You already know.
Who do you think was at fault in the wild card round in 2023 with the Philadelphia Eagles? Is that when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers dialed up cover 0 every snap? And Jalen Hurts looked like he was hurt, y'all. I mean, he could not run. He could not move around. He could do nothing. The Golden Child Adventures says top 15 for sure. Last year was an off year for him. Coach Jay Freeman said he's a quarterback who can squat 600 pounds, I think. Yes, his dad is a high school coach in Texas. He's a great young man. He handled that situation in Alabama with nothing but class. He handled his situation in Oklahoma with nothing but class. He's been nothing but the constant professional. Even with AJ Diva Brown in the locker room, Jalen Hurts is the type of guy you want your daughter to marry. But can Jalen Hurts prove himself to be a starter in this league? Jalen put up a big stinky in the WC. Yes, he did. Thank you for coming in and seeing us. Golden Child, thank you. Lambeau, you got anything else you want to say about Jalen Hurts?
Nope, let's move on the list. We're almost done. Let's move on the list.
Man, this is such a blessing, Totem Pole Nation. Such a blessing. The man, the myth, the legend, former quarterback out of Cal, former quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, a future first ballot Hall of Famer in Canton, Ohio, in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He only played 5 snaps last season for the New York Jets. Number 8, Aaron Rodgers. You have a lot of money against Aaron Rodgers this season. Does Aaron Rodgers deserve to be 8 on this list, the top 32 quarterbacks in pro football according to PFF?
No. Not based off him playing. I'm not saying he's not great. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's played 5 snaps. Like, we don't know what situation. We don't know how it's going to unfold with the Jets. The Jets hadn't made the playoffs, the AFC Championship game since Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez. We don't know how this is going to unfold. We don't know how much time Robert Saleh has. We don't know how much time Aaron Rodgers has had. He's a great top 5 quarterback when healthy, but he's played 5 snaps. So we're putting him at number 8 based on him playing 5 snaps doesn't make sense to me. Now, when it comes to the Jets, they got offensive line issues. Nathaniel Hackett's a fraud. Robert Saleh, can he handle the pressure? Because what if Aaron Rodgers goes down again? You got Tyrod Taylor, but you're gonna need somebody else other than Tyrod Taylor, because Tyrod Taylor's also had unlucky history with injuries as well. So when I look at the Jets going to the AFC Championship game is the most insane take ever from the man from Seoul. It's the most dumbest takes he ever said. They're going to the AFC Championship game. It's not going to happen. The Chargers will be better than them. The Bengals going to be better than them. The Chiefs are going to be better than them. I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans make it before the Jets. The Jets got offensive line issues. And what Robert Saleh said, it's all about the big boys up front. It don't matter if you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. It don't matter if you got 2 $10 million plus receivers. It don't matter if you got a great load of running backs, dude. It's going to come down to that damn offensive line. And they got to fix pieces right at offensive line. We'll see how that instills. They're going to try to do a lot of play action. But, dude, the Jets' offense is something I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers. I'm worried about the protection he's going to get. Because it's all about the offensive line, because y'all want to talk about Brock Purdy, right? Brock Purdy got a great offensive line, and Trent Williams, a great offensive line. The 49ers offensive line is better than the Jets offensive line. Week 1, the 49ers will beat the Jets. And the Jets are not making the AFC Championship game. The Jets might miss the playoffs this year.
Coach Shea Freeman says, how is that Achilles heel? I mean, he's still having issues, I think. And then the Golden Child says, sheesh, over C.J. Stroud after a season he had. Only a few snaps, too. Didn't expect that one. Lambo, what are you hearing about Aaron Rodgers' Achilles heel? And did he deserve to be put above C.J. Stroud on this list?
It's not above. It's not above because I also said I'm not putting C.J. Stroud. I will put Aaron Rodgers above C.J. Stroud within the top 15. I'm not putting him in the top 10 because, 1, C.J. Stroud has played 1 year, and 2, Aaron Rodgers has only played 5 snaps. So I'm not putting both of these quarterbacks at the top 10, but in the top 15, I'm putting Aaron Rodgers over C.J. Stroud based off the experience, but also the reason why I took him out in the top 10 as well is because we hadn't seen the thing unfold with the Jets. We don't know what the pattern is with the Jets right now. Aaron Rodgers played 5 snaps. What's their pattern? We don't know. He was hurt. We know the pattern was that Robert Saleh was a big bald-headed idiot that he didn't want to get a veteran quarterback. So it's all about the offensive line. I don't look at just the quarterbacks. I look at every situation. Right now, C.J. Stroud has a better situation than the Jets are looking, and as far as capability and growth. Aaron Rodgers is, how long is Aaron Rodgers going to play for? What, 2-3 years? And what, try to win a championship? They ain't made the playoffs in 12 years. Come on now. They might not make it this year. I'm not hating, but come on now. If that offensive line can't protect Aaron Rodgers, I'll be the first one to tell you that. I'm worried about the offensive line. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers. I'm looking at the offensive line. The offensive line is very, very important. They got to do, their schedule's not easy. Week 1 at San Francisco is not no cakewalk.
Unbelievable, man. Aaron Rodgers, I hope he gets better. I hope he's able to perform this year because I want to see him do well. Wow. Number 7, Matthew Stafford. So that means they got somebody ranked ahead of Matthew Stafford in the NFC, Lambo. Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams out of the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Matthew Stafford, how do you feel about him being placed at number 7?
It's too low for that list for me. He should be higher. He should maybe be in the top 4. I know Matthew Stafford has been injured lately, but he did take that Rams team to a Super Bowl, and maybe he's battled through injuries. But I told y'all when we weren't really relevant, I told Coach Bo and I told y'all this last year that the Rams were making the playoffs. Y'all looked at me and said, the Rams going to make the playoffs? And they did make the playoffs because Sean McVay isn't going to miss back-to-back years. Sean McVay is a great coach, but when you look at the Rams team, they had 19, 20 rookies last year, and now 20 and 21 of those guys, if they're still on the team, they're still going to be sophomores. Matthew Stafford has won a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford, breaking news on Totem Pole Nation, has restructured his contract. He wanted more security. So, will Matthew Stafford played 4 years, 12 more years? We'll see. But, I mean, I'm just worried about Matthew Stafford getting hurt. They already lost a defensive coordinator as the head coach to the Atlanta Falcons. So, I'm not concerned because you have Cooper Kupp, you got Puka Nacua, and you got a great running back and a great tight end. But how good is that defense going to be under Sean McVay is what I question. But Matthew Stafford is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC. Should be top 5. It shouldn't be number 7. He should be at least 3 or 4.
K-Swag Edits, can I get a shout out? Shout out to K-Swag Edits. This is for you.
Come on, Brian.
Wow, top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus PFF. Dak Prescott at number 6.
Excuse me? Wait. Dak Prescott is above a guy that won a Super Bowl? Is this a joke? He's above a guy that won a Super Bowl. Whoa.
Liam Place says, I'm just stopping by real fast. I got to go in a couple minutes, but I love to confirmation. And hey, Coach Troy Taylor, love Totem Pole. We love you, Liam. This is for you. Hey, Freeman said, yuck. Oreo says, yo. Oreo, what's the dilly, yo?
Oreo is in the house.
Lambo, you were in shock when you saw Dak Prescott is number 6 from Pro Football Fraud.
Dak
Pro Football Fraud.
Dak Prescott has won 2 playoff games in 9 years, but you put him above a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy is lower than Dak Prescott, but Brock Purdy has had more or the same amount of playoff wins in 2 years than Dak Prescott has had in 9 years. Look, Dak Prescott's a great regular season quarterback. He's a great regular season quarterback. But in the playoffs, he can't do nothing. Come on now. Dak Prescott has had plenty of talent around as the Dallas Cowboys. They got plenty of talent. What's the excuse of Dak Prescott? Look, Dak Prescott's last year. It's going to be Dak's last year. It's going to be Mike McCarthy's last year. They're all going to be gone. Dak Prescott at number 6, they're probably going by his stats, his completion percentage. All that is great. But look, he's a great regular season quarterback. I'm not denying that. But when I look at quarterbacks, I look how you can finish. And I'm not saying your quarterback should win the Super Bowl every year because it's going to be tough. It's not easy. But Dak Prescott getting paid all this money to be damn near inconsistent. But he's higher than Matthew Stafford. I'm done. The Dallas Cowboys probably will suck this year, like the man from Soul said. They might break up the team, which I hope they do, because it just makes it easy for me to laugh at Cowboy fans when they lose. Dak Prescott would do great in the regular season. They might tank to get more draft picks, but Dak Prescott above Brock Purdy and Matthew Stafford's a joke. Oh, and above Aaron Rodgers. That's a joke.
Oreo said, I had to go get a shot for my arm today. There you go. Because you remember, I got bit by a shark. Yes, I do, Oreo. I got bit by a scorpion and a cobra. Stargrove. Dak that high. Yes, Stargrove. Coach Jay Freeman. What if Dak Prescott was as mentally tough as Matthew Stafford? They might actually have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is for all of y'all. Thank you, folks. Okay, so Justin Herbert has talent. Justin Herbert is a great kid. For real, Coach Jay. But to be number 5, didn't he get his coach fired last year? Justin Herbert at number 5, Lambo.
Justin Herbert has been through 3 coaches now: Anthony Lynn, Brandon Staley, and now Jim Harbaugh. Look, Justin Herbert should be at the bottom 10. He should be. Aaron Rodgers and C.J. Stroud should be above, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has great talent, but remember that playoff game they choked last year? Oh my goodness! Year before they choked that playoff game, up 27-0, and oh my God. Good Lord. I mean, all they had to do was run the ball and kick a field goal. But they couldn't even do that. So I don't know. Look, Justin Herbert is great. Jim Harbaugh is going to turn that program around. You got Greg Roman as the offensive coordinator. So Justin Herbert is going to be fine. They're going to be great. They're going to have buttloads of talent. But when I look at this from a perspective, Justin Herbert should not be in the top 5 right now. But I believe that the Chargers will make it to the AFC Championship game better than the Jets.
Wow. So you're a big fan of Harbaugh. Coach Jay Freeman says he can really sling it, though, you guys. Yes, he can. Coach Jay Freeman said maybe they got a coach now, Lambo. They got it. Stargrove said Herbert and Harbaugh. So you agree. Harbaugh, you said Harbaugh is going to do big things, man.
Yep, he is. He's going to do big things.
Number 4, out of Buffalo, Josh Allen.
This is probably the right thing just because Josh Allen has the arm talent. But, you got rid of Stephon Diggs in a trade to the Texans, which the Texans with C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs is going to be very huge. By the way, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 24, EA Sports Electronic Arts Madden NFL 25. Let's look at this, Joe, from a perspective, though. Josh Allen is also a turnover machine. His interceptions are very questionable. He has great arm talent, but I'm worried because he needs to protect himself when he runs the ball. He takes a little bit too many hits at times when you look at it from a perspective. So, look, at the end of the day, he got the arms, he has the talent, he has the mobility, but he has to be able to win a playoff game, meaning get to a Super Bowl or get to the AFC Championship game, because they've lost to the Chiefs too many times. And last year, that missed field goal wasn't no joke. They have Curtis Samuel and other wide receivers. They got Keon Coleman. But when I look at this from a perspective of Josh Allen, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, it's going to be very tough. I still think the Bills will win the AFC East, despite what the man from Soul thinks. I think they'll be fine. You got rid of defensive guys. Josh Allen's going to be better, but his only criticism is, can he win the big game? And so far, he hasn't won the big game just yet.
He has not. And did you see my jersey? I don't even know where it is. I got a Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs jersey for $14.95. $14.95. Coach Shea Freeman, we talked about him this morning. He's got the arm and the legs. Coach Shea Freeman, exactly, Lambeau. Protect him and protect the football. Number Number 3 on the list, Lambeau, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3, Joe Burrow out of Ohio State, Joe Burrow out of LSU, Joe Big Money Burrow, Joe Cool.
Joe Burrow at number 3. I mean, he at least played half a season. So I mean, the number 3 is correct based off his talent. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Last year they should have beat the Chiefs again in the AFC Championship game. It wasn't for that 15-yard penalty of a late hit that really pissed me off. But let's look at it from it's all about perspective. The offensive line needs a lot of work still. I don't know if they still have Tyler Boyd anymore or T. Higgins there. I think they're no longer there. But I think the Bengals will be fine defensively. They'll be great. I trust them on defense. But Joe Burrow, he's one play away from being injured. He's one play away from never playing football ever again. So he's reporting to camp healthy. He came off a calf injury or whatever it is. And, it's just tough when you look at things in perspective for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is going to be fine. I still think that the Bengals will compete with the Ravens to win the AFC North. But like I said, the biggest threats to the Chiefs, I'm keeping that same energy. It's going to be the Bengals with Joe Burrow's healthy and the LA Chargers and Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. So the Bengals are going to be just fine. But week 1, the Cincinnati Bengals will lose to the New England Patriots week 1. And the man from Seoul will be giving me $100. That easy. Easiest money I've ever made in my life.
The man from Seoul will be giving you $100.
Yep, $100.
Wow. That is amazing. Number 2 on the list. Man, this has been amazing. What a blessing it is, Totem Pole Nation, to be here with y'all and to be able to sit here and go through Pro Football Focus's top 32 quarterbacks. And then Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens out of Louisville, Heisman Trophy winner, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, number 2, makes sense. He's talented. I know there was guys in the NFL draft that asked him to be a wide receiver. He chose to be a quarterback. Now, Jim Harbaugh says he has a chance to be the greatest Raven quarterback of all time. Probably also said the greatest chance to be the greatest quarterback in NFL history, but he's not better than Tom Brady. I don't know if he'll get to that point. That's waiting to see or waiting to find out. But look, Lamar Jackson needs to know how to throw the ball. I know he gets a lot of criticism, and I'm not ready to criticize him. I'm just being honest. He can't make throws in tight coverages in a playoff game. They should have beat the Chiefs last year. The defense played great, but he didn't throw the ball to the extent. The Ravens had never really had a number 1 wide receiver. They got Derrick Henry, but I like Lamar Jackson, his ability and able to run the ball. But what happened 2 years ago with Wink Martindale? Wink Martindale got let go of the Ravens. He was the Giants' defensive coordinator. That year they made the playoffs, and he found the blueprint for Lamar Jackson. They were up 10 points and lost. So Wink Martindale showed you the blueprint of how to stop Lamar Jackson by practicing against him every single years with the Ravens. So Lamar Jackson's great generational talent. He could throw the ball, but I'm talking about in clutch moments in a playoff game, he hasn't been able to do it. And the Baltimore Ravens have only won 3 playoff games since winning the Super Bowl in 2012, and that's not good. I don't know how many excuses you're going to give the Ravens, but they're a great regular season team. But in the playoffs, don't expect them to do anything.
Bucks for Life said, yo, Coach Lambo. Bucks for Life, this is for you. On the Pro Football Focus top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, number 1 back-to-back 3-time Super Bowl champion, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Lambo, what do you think?
Patrick Mahomes out of Texas Tech. I lived 15 minutes from Texas Tech while I was in high school, living in Lubbock, Texas, 15 minutes away. Patrick Mahomes at number 10. The Houston Texans probably should have got Patrick Mahomes before Deshaun Watson, but they were idiots. Or the Bears, the Bears were idiots by thinking Mitch Trubisky was a better pick, and Mitch Trubisky is nowhere to be found. Look, Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT right now. He is not better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just retired. So it's not like LeBron and Michael where, he's the GOAT of this generation. But Tom Brady is still the greatest quarterback of all time. Patrick Mahomes had a chance to triple-peat a Super Bowl, three-peat. But it's not going to happen because the Chiefs are going to go through some struggles. Patrick Mahomes is elite arm talent. He got that baseball arm. He throws it to sidearm like Matthew Stafford, but he has great poise under pressure. He's a great teammate. You got the best tight end in the game in Travis Kelce. You won the Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. So look, I look at this from a perspective for the Chiefs, man. It's going to be a tough year for them. It's going to be very tough. I like Andy Reid. The Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid is kind of like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady right now. Andy Reid signed a 2-year extension. They got Xavier Worthy. I know they let go of Snead. He went to the Titans, but you still got Chris Jones. And give credit to Spags. Spags is a 5-time Super Bowl champion as a defensive coordinator. So look, Patrick Mahomes, all the talent around him. He's restructured his contract to get more talent around him. But Patrick Mahomes will win the Super Bowl soon again, but he's not going to three-peat this year because I think that the San Francisco 49ers win the Super Bowl this year.
San Francisco 49ers.
Yes, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
The Golden Child Adventure says, once Lamar throws like Patrick and offense move the ball consistently, they're going to be deep in the playoffs. He got to show up on big games too. Tim Smid said Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. No one is better than him. Tom is bad. Wow. Are you talking about Tom Brady? Tim Smid? Tim Smid said cap. Coach Shay Freeman said he has changed NFL defensive concepts because he can escape from pressure. Great point about Wink Martindale. No Ray since 2012. Bentley said, let's go, my favorite player. Jockey Sports said, I don't know. I'll bet Pat does it again. Coach Shay Freeman has said, instead of picking Mahomes, like the Bears drafted a guy at number 2 who's now holding a clipboard. Wow. Lambo, what do you think about what everybody's saying right here? I mean, are you getting fired up? I mean, what do you think? I mean, is there – the guy says that Brady is bad. I mean, is that even legit? How can anyone say that the GOAT is bad?
Well, he's stupid. He doesn't know anything. But Tom Brady's not bad. I mean, look, I don't have to bring up stats. Just watch the film. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever live. Nobody expects a 6th-round draft pick, pick number 199 overall from the University of Michigan to get picked. I mean, nobody expected that. So, look, you look at it from a perspective, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever lived. He only retired, last year. So, Patrick Mahomes is great, but, he has a long way to go before to be better than Tom Brady. Now, if he wins a 4th Super Bowl, then it might be some conversation. But, dude, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever lived, and it's not even a joke.
Wow. It's not even a joke.
Nope, not a joke.
This is it's total honesty. Bucks for Life says Coach Lambo speaking facts. Coach Lambo is speaking facts. I totally agree. Coach Lambo always speaks facts. Ever since the day I met him, Coach Lambo has spoke nothing but straight facts, homie.
The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free. Totem Pole Nation, we are blessed. Are we not, Coach Lambo? We have a lot of new guys in here, new members of Totem Pole. This is for y'all. Who's the top quarterback in the NFL? Well, we got the top two right here according to Pro Football Focus. That's the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, and the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Everybody's been asking for it. When are y'all going to stream some video games? All right, so I'm streaming some video games right now. I'm sure Coach Lambeau will jump on some games. Bucks for Life says totem pole on top. Bucks for life. All right, y'all know I'm not any good in these new Madden games. I'm just trying to get a first down. Y'all know I like to run the ball. Wow. Pacheco pounding the rock. Pacheco is pounding the rock. Lambeau, did you leave, brother? Are you gone, Lambeau? Right now, we got the Baltimore Ravens, quarterback by Lamar Jackson, coached by John Harbaugh, playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you like football? Totem Pole Nation, do you like football? Cleats and Dreams. I just played this, and I won 17. I was the Chiefs. Wow. Let's go. Chip, chip, bah. Chip, chip, bah. Here we come.
An easy decision. Just gave it inside. Steady game. From the 24 now, here's second in the yard.
Second in a yard. I meant 17-0. That's good. Cleats and Dreams, this is for you, brother. This is Totem Pole Nation. And this is for you.
On this drive so far, it's 1st and 10. In motion right is Tony. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as a go instead with Pacheco.
Pacheco.
So the pick up there, it'll be 2nd and 8. He's had success on this drive, but now on this play. Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, they handled the run responsibilities correctly this time. When we talk
What we got? 2nd and 8. Let's get it. I'm going to run stick over here. Looks like I'm going to have the slant over to the left. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Let's go.
He just ran a terrific route, extremely hard to defend, but it's run that precisely, and it is delivered that accurate.
So Bunker is out for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in front of number 2. Consumes 9 plays. It's kept up for the Kansas City touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Team is set to take over here for their second possession of the game. A lot of time for the team.
Y'all know I like man coverage. I like playing zone.
Remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to get it up. Richard Man's in the last. So they've been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even if they've been able to feel. And you know,
Cleats, Coach Troy, are you playing? Yes, I am playing, Coach Jay Freeman, on PlayStation 4. Cleats and Dreams, sorry I wasn't watching. Did you get a TD? Yes. I like to pound the rock, man.
Jackson running again. 25, they work this to the 29, getting a 4.
You could keep it up at the defense.
What does that mean? What are you looking for in the defensive end?
What he does, if he collapses inside towards the running back, then you can take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you can leave it with the running back. In this case, hold it, get good yardage himself.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson, a short throw, caught by Andrew.
First down.
It's first down. It's limited to get the football. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Cover 0.
So from the 36,
I'm bringing it.
First and 10. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. Drops running at the 40. Gain of 3. Jackson trying to
Yeah, I need to get my son's gaming system. Bring this PlayStation in here, man. Play that college football. But we were talking about NFL, man, and like, dude, I thought this NFL quarterback one was going to get a lot more views. It didn't get many views, so I'm just going to keep streaming this Madden game. It's crazy, man. You never know, man. You know, you get humbled. Totem Pole Nation, we appreciate y'all. We're the low man on the totem pole, and we believe in y'all. We believe that you will be the future content creators, that y'all will be the future live streamers. Y'all will be the future YouTubers.
Now they get to turn it back to their offense.
All right, a minute 22nd. We got 2-minute drill right here, y'all.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
This is today's NFL.
Cover 0.
Whenever you get an opportunity, you can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try to launch his team.
This is Carr. First down now with that clock running. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh, man. That's what we run on the goal line, Coach. Snake, freeze, Mustang, pinch, edge, blitz with cover 0. I love it, dude. I love it. Like, this safety can't be right on the left. Oh, and triangle. He wasn't open. I pressed the wrong button.
That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up being completed.
And again, it's Mahomes.
I got sacked. I'm going to take a shot.
Even given in that game for extra protection on 3rd down, they still could prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long, thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
No, I'm going for it.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there.
X and triangle.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. The second, that was a big pickup. 4th and long to give them a big set of downs.
The 3rd or 4th stream today. Let's go, Total Pole Nation. DCL. We love it, brother. I'm getting ready to get into football season, so I got to get as many as I can while I can.
first down, Mahomes. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And out of bounds, all the way down to 3. Back-to-back receptions.
I got a timeout, right? Oh, they stopped it. 2 seconds left. I'm liable to miss the field goal, dude. It's cover 0. Not in his zone. DCL, you sound tired, Coach. You need a break, question mark. Nah, I'm good, brother. Good evening, Coach. Who is your top 5 quarterback for this upcoming season? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Burrow, and then the 5th one is it's up for grabs. Probably Aaron Rodgers.
Run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So if we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know.
Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes versus the Baltimore Ravens. And Lamar Jackson, the number 1 quarterback. Coach Ball, great picks. Which rookie quarterback do you like the most and why? I like Drake Maye because I've seen him in person when he played for UNC. Check this out on live stream. Totem Pole Nation is live. Totem Pole Nation is all about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Amen. Yes, we are. Faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Let me see here, man. Let me look up these top NFL. Look up the top 50. All right, top 50 best players in the NFL.
Extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Pacheco once again.
All right, according to Pro Football Focus, the top 50 football players in the NFL, number 50. We went over this the other day, but I just want to go over this again with y'all. See what y'all think. Coach, I made a song at 3 a.m. today that almost brought me to tears. Dude, I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. If it brought you to tears, I know it's going to bring me to tears. All right, number 50 on the Pro Football Focus. Top 50 players in the NFL. Number 50 was wide receiver Deebo Samuel, San Francisco 49ers. Can y'all believe that? Number 50. Number 49. Number 49 player on the PFF Pro Football Focus top 50. Number 49 is Brandon Ayuk of the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. It's going to be a lullaby to my future kid. Wow. A lullaby to your future kid. That's amazing. That is amazing. I haven't even thought about that. DCL. Number 48 on the top 50 players in the NFL. 48 was Javon Holland from the Miami Dolphins. Rip that. Wayne H., how do you think the Bears will do this upcoming season? I think they're going to be better than last season. What do you think, Wayne H.? They got the quarterback they wanted, and they got rid of the quarterback they didn't want. I think they'll be better. And I hope so because I'm friends with their wide receiver coach, Chris Beatty. All right, so number 48 was Javon Holland from the Miami Dolphins. Number 47 is the center, Frank Ragnow from the Detroit Lions. Number 46, he's playing in this game right here. Number 46 on the PFF top 50 players in the NFL, tight end Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. I'm bringing cover 0. Number 45 on the top 50 PFF players in the NFL. Number 45 is linebacker Demario Davis, New Orleans Saints. Coach Shay Freeman says, way to go, DCL, way to plan for the future and way to get creative. Amen to Coach Jay Freeman. DCL says, I mean, the last 2 drafted quarterbacks from Chicago didn't project those. No doubt, man. Mitch Trubisky, 44, number 44 player in the PFF top 50 NFL players was Tunsil from the Washington Texans. Wayne H. says they have to be better, although I was gutted. They got rid of JF1. Yes. Coach A. Freeman said Ragnow is a beast at center. Number 56 for the Saints is a beast. Wayne H., are you new to Totem Pole? I think you are. This is for you, Wayne. Number 43 player on the PFF top 50 NFL players is defensive lineman for the Carolina Panthers, Derek Brown. I believe he's out of Auburn. Number 42 on the PFF top 50 players in the NFL, cornerback Jalen Johnson from the Chicago Bears. Cornerback Jalen Johnson. All right, 4th and 5, y'all. I got to get a good return right here. Number 41 on the PFF top 50 NFL football players in 2024 is Jalen Carter from the Philadelphia Eagles, defensive lineman out of the University of Georgia. Coach Shay Freeman said Ragnow is a beast at center. DCL says, I was almost abysmal watching Trubisky play. Wow, you remember that? Number 40 on the top 50 PFF pro NFL football players this season is the cornerback out of the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Ramsey. DCL says, yep, you got a good memory, dude. You know your stuff, dude. You know football. Number 39 on the PFF Pro Football NFL Top 50, Joe Thuney, guard, Kansas City Chiefs. Jalen Carter is a stud from the Eagles. What an athlete he is, no doubt. DCL said, I watched the Bears when he got drafted. Laugh out loud. I'm sorry, DCL. I'm a Redskin fan, so there's only one thing worse than that, and that's being a Bears fan. Chris Lindstrom, guard at Atlanta Falcons, is 38. Get this first down, man. Chris Lindstrom was number 38, guard from the Atlanta Falcons. 37, number 37 in the top 50 from Pro Football Focus is Jesse Bates, the third out of the Atlanta Falcons. Safety Jesse Bates, the third. 3rd and 2, man. I got to get this. Weak side run right here. I don't have enough to block all those guys on the left. Wayne H. I'm from the UK and clearly not as knowledgeable on the NFL, but have really gotten into it this past 3 quarters of the season. Wayne H., I'm a high school football coach and small college football coach from Richmond, Virginia, and welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. If you have any questions about football, you ask me. I'm going to teach football by playing this game, okay, because I'm a coach. DCL, oh, I'm not a Chicago Bears fan. That's okay. This is for you, Wayne H. DCL said, oh, I'm not a Chicago Bears fan. Get the first. I'm a Chargers fan, which is arguably worse. DCL said, Wayne H., welcome to Totem Pole Nation. Wayne H. said, number 36 in the top 50 players in the NFL, according to PFF, was cornerback Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 35, cornerback Patrick Surtain II from the Denver Broncos. Coach Jay Freeman said, hey, I heard this. Lindstrom and that whole Atlanta O-line was considered one of the best O-lines in the league, even though Atlanta wasn't good. Wow. DCL, you stumbled on the stream to know about football, man. Yes. DCL, we have Coach Jay Freeman, who has the number one Facebook offensive line and defensive line group in the world. Look it up. It's called the O-Line and D-Line Brotherhood on Facebook. Wayne H. said, thank you, DCL. If you want to learn football, this is where you go. Now, I'm a running guy. I like to pound the rock. It's 3rd and 3. A lot of people would think, hey, you got to get 3 yards this play. No, I don't. I got to get 2 yards, and I got to get 1 yard next time. DCL. Also, opinion on Michael Penix Jr. going to the Falcons. Dude, there ain't no guarantee that Kirk Cousins can play this year. So if they had a chance to get a great quarterback, something you can't coach, they got a chance and they did it. Justin Medley, Wayne H., what part of UK are you from? Justin Medley is the Terminator. He's the brother of Crystal Ball Paul. And he loves UK. He was born there. Wayne H. says Northern Ireland. Coach Shea Freeman said line play, Coach Taylor. Line play. Thank you. Line play. Go to Facebook and look up line play. DCL. So you're Jim Harbaugh style of playing. Yes. Yes. I like to pound the rock, dude. I like to impose my will. Justin Terminator Medley said, very cool, Wayne H. I'm from Liverpool. And hopefully we'll get his brother on here and we'll talk some football. And I'm also going over the top 50 players according to PFF. 34 in the top 50 PFF, Pro Football Focus, top 50 NFL players. Number 34, I thought this guy was way low. 34 edge, Aiden Hutchinson from the Detroit Lions. Wayne H. said, AI support Liverpool, laugh out loud. Coach Shea Freeman, hi Terminator, like the Beatles. I used to be O-line and D-line brotherhood. Now you're line play. I like that. Line play. That's good. I'm on a strong side run, dude. Number 33 on the PFF top 50 NFL players. Number 33 was linebacker Roquan Smith from the Baltimore Ravens. Coach Shea Freeman said, oh, he's so very good. AH from Detroit, a dominator. Yes, Hutchinson is legit. All right, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to run it twice right here. I want a strong side run. DCL says, if Amon St. Ra ain't top 20, I might flip. Dude, I don't know if he is or not. 32 on the list. 32 is, oh my gosh, DCL. Number 32 is wide receiver Amon St. Ra. Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions, number 32. What's up, Coach Jay? Coach Jay is in the house. Lambeau must have had a hot date. He's out of here. I don't know where he went, but he had to go somewhere.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw this one.
Throw it. Didn't get to him fast enough, man. Let's go. 31. 31 on the PFF top 50. Running back, Derrick Henry out of the Baltimore Ravens. Number 31, running back, Derrick Henry from the Baltimore Ravens. Number 30 on the PFF top 50 NFL football players, Justin Medley. He went to the Grand Canyon. Yes, he did. Number 30, center, Creed Humphrey, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 30 on the Pro Football Focus top 50 NFL players, center Creed Humphrey out of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go. Number 29 on the PFF top 50 NFL football players, offensive tackle Andrew Thomas from the New York Giants. Number 29, tackle Andrew Thomas, New York Giants. DCL said, "Hey, coach, I'll be back." Number 28 on the Pro Football Focus top 50. I think this guy is rated – he ain't rated high enough. He should be way up there. And it's the tackle from the Detroit Lions, Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell from the Oregon Ducks. Number 28 was tackle Penei Sewell from the Detroit Lions. Let's go. Number 27 on the PFF top 50 NFL football players. Defensive lineman out of the University of Alabama, Quinnen Williams, New York Jets. New York Jets defensive lineman Quinnen Williams was number 27. All right, I'm bringing the pressure, dude. I'm bringing it right here. I went cover zero, max pressure. 26 on the PFF Pro Football Focus. I'm going to call timeout. 26 is safety Kyle Hamilton from the Baltimore Ravens. Number 26 on the Pro Football Focus NFL top 50 players in the NFL. We're playing Madden 25. Madden 24, I mean. I've still never seen the Grand Canyon Terminator. How was it? Safety Kyle Hamilton from the Baltimore Ravens. 25 on the PFF top 50 NFL players is wide receiver A.J. Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. I just need a field goal, man. Wide receiver A.J. Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles was number 25. I thought he was rated way too high, dude. Way too high. I mean, he tapped out this year. Coach Troy, in real life, did you like to blitz much? I mean, blitz when you have to, but I mean, you can't make a living off of blitz, dude. Because what if you blitz and you still can't stop them? Like, yeah, I mean, I like to blitz, but you can't make. What if you blitz everybody, cover zero, and you still can't stop them? You're screwed. I mean, I like to blitz when we need to. I never called defense. I was always offensive coordinator, head coach. But I like all that blitz and bluff stuff. That safety Hamilton from Baltimore is an absolute stud. But, yeah, pretty much the last couple of years we slanted and blitzed and stunted and twisted all the time. That's all we did. Number 24 on the top 50 Pro Football Focus. Oh, he's wide open. And he got picked? You got to be kidding me, man. He was wide open. Vince Lombardi used to say, you blitz to cover a weakness. Amen. Justin Medley said the actual Grand Canyon is awesome and definite bucket list trip. 24 was wide receiver Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. Wide receiver Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 23 on the PFF top 50. Well, that was a big mistake right there for me, man. I should have just ran it.
This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Dalvin's with it. Gets past one man. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now second down and a few inches. Targeting Dobbins again. He's got it again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath. And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
I know, Dad.
3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson going to keep it right.
22, Tristan Wirfs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 21, Lane Johnson, Philadelphia Eagles.
That's right again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter. The Arrowhead crowd in 4 more. Here's 3rd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. Not much running room. Down at 32.
You got a turnover coming. Yeah, I hope. 20, CeeDee Lamb. 20 was CeeDee Lamb for the Dallas Cowboys.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big snap. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's 4th down. And he got it. Justin Tucker moves it through. Plays all hero.
Great young player. Wirfs may supplement Trent Williams, eventually supplant Trent Williams as the number 1 offensive tackle. That is true. That is definitely true.
They got enough points to get the job done. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. You're absolutely right about that, Gardner. It's such a low-scoring game. It completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just
Number 20 was CeeDee Lamb. Number 19 was George Kittle. George Kittle, tight end, the San Francisco 49ers. All right, so the number 3 quarterback was Burrow, and the number 4 quarterback was Josh Allen. So we're going to play with Josh Allen and Joe Burrow right here. Number 19 on the top 50 PFF Pro Football. All right, Bills versus the Bengals. Who was that? Your dad coming by, Coach? Yeah, that was my dad yelling if I wanted a baked potato. I'm over at my dad's house. My girlfriend got off work at 4. We've been doing this stream, man. This stream hasn't done as good as our other ones. So I'm trying to hang on and get some more views, but you live and you learn, dude. Like, I guess I thought I was smart. That's what happens when you think you're smart. You get humbled. Think you got it figured out. Heck yeah, baked potato. Yeah. Top 50 players. Let's see, we were on George Kittle. So Buffalo Bills, Orchard Park. Oh, it's just there, man. That's all quarterbacks. Coach, we're tilling that ground. Harvest is coming. Amen. We're tilling it, man.
We'll see Josh Allen at the Buffalo Bills taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
So 19 was tight end George Kittle from San Francisco 49ers. Number 18 was edge Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders.
As it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. We are underway in Buffalo.
Hold on, what am I doing, man? I thought I was the Bills. DCL, we're back. I'm playing NCAA 25 right now. That is amazing. We're playing Madden 24. We're going through the top players in the Pro Football Focus. There's Joe Burrow. Liam Plays Games says, yo. What's up, Liam Plays Games? This is for you, brother.
This ability to make a second third reaction play and create downfield.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start.
17 on the Pro Football Focus top 50 players in the NFL. Quarterback Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 16, cornerback Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets. Man to man.
Second and 7 from the shotgun. It's Burrow. Maye open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And Chase
Number 15,
first down as he's going to get this up to the 20.
tight end Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 15 is Travis Kelce. Coach A. Freeman, Coach, don't second guess yourself. Total Poll Nation has 33,172,655 total views on YouTube. Yes. Yes.
Mixon with first down carry. Will be marked down at the 26 for the game.
Appreciate that, Coach Jay Freeman. 14, number 14 is edge TJ Watt, Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach A. Freeman says Sauce is best nickname in the league. Runs a 4.4 and a 6.2 and range. Amen. He's a beast.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3. Again, it's Mixon.
Number 13 on the top 50 PFF players in the NFL. Number 13 is quarterback Lamar Jackson. Justin Medley said, whoa, mule. That's awesome. That is awesome. Lamar Jackson was number 13 in the top 50, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. Number 12 on the top 50 was Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the quarterback in this game right here for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen. Number 11. Number 11 on the top 50. Dexter Lawrence, defensive lineman from the New York Giants. Oh, man, I'm sacked. Wow. If you were in a foxhole in wartime, would you want TJ Watt or who with you? I want In the Granite 617 and Terminator and you. Coach Jay Freeman, Terminator, and In the Granite 617. That's the three guys I'm picking. If Jimmy Rodgers was still alive, I'd pick him. But those are the guys I'm picking right now. I got sacked. Number 10 on the top 50 players in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey, San Francisco 49ers. Number 9 on the top 50 football players is Fred Warner. Justin Medley said, thanks, Coach. No, thank you, brother. Thank you for being you.
Offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have the most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Number 8, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver, Miami Dolphins.
The Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
30, that's a bit off. A decent game.
Coach Jay Freeman said the New York Giants' DJ Lawrence had 81 pressures last year. Next closest nose tackle had 16 pressures. Dexter Lawrence has had the best grade of a nose guard in 18 years in the history of the Pro Football Focus. Number 8 was Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins. Number 7 was Nick Bosa, San Francisco 49ers. Number 6 was defensive lineman Chris Jones out of the Kansas City Chiefs. What a beast he is, man. He's that dude, man. Number 5, edge Micah Parsons. Number 5, Micah Parsons, edge for Dallas Cowboys. Number 4, wide receiver Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings. Number 3, tackle for the San Francisco 49ers, Trent Williams. Number 2, edge for the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett. Number 1, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
They're back up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Allen. Throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes. First down, get his hand in and knocked it away.
Coach, we're going to talk about these guys through 1 tomorrow morning. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about 1 through 10 tomorrow morning.
Off the play fake. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the second run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
This one in the game is about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something local improvise, as we just saw there.
3rd down at 13. Now Allen. This one is incomplete.
Well, they get big coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love pitching matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. There's good coverage there that puts the incompletion.
Here's Sam White to kick it over. Back deep, Trent Taylor. It's a 42-7. The Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back on the field here for their 2nd drive. Last series for a little disappointing, forced and punt. Now they're trying to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon.
Let's go. Madden Football, EA Sports, Madden 25. Coming out next week. Madden 25 is coming out. Are you getting your copy? College Football 25 just came out. EA Sports, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. Madden 25.
Start of the second quarter. It's
Frosty, what's up? Frosty said yes and no.
Frosty is in the house.
again, it's Mixon. They can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming in.
The big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of it first.
Second and 8, man.
37. Here's 2nd down and 8. Mixing up the middle. He slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing now. 8 carries for him so far.
Part of their strong running play for them, play where he simply outclassed the defense. We saw the ladder there. They ran straight at the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you got put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves for a 2nd and 3. Handoff to Mixon. And here going to be brought down a little shy of 35 to 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all. This second and short, heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's the give to Mixon. And a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking. And that's from the offensive lineman creating space for the runners. That old coach told me before, he always told his runners, the offensive line in pregame, get used to the ground shaking because you don't trip and fall.
Was able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
You keep saying how blessed you are. How blessed am I? I am so lucky to have y'all in my life. Amen. We feel the same way, Jay Freeman. We feel the same way, man. We feel the same way, brother. I'm going to finish this game right here. Then I'm going to go see my girlfriend and get ready for tomorrow morning, man. Get ready, rocking and rolling.
When he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third and 4. There's Burrow, set up to throw it.
Pick. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. Hit me up, Jay. I see y'all.